Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, we have some reviews here for Funimation from Glassdoor, and it seems that Funimation and the reviews have not been doing too well, but what's very important about these reviews is that they seem to back up Chuck Huber's statements. Now, I was going through these reviews, I was looking through them, and I thought, this is some very important stuff here because whenever I look back at Chuck Huber's statements in the documents, I thought these are very familiar because the reviews here really start to back up what Chuck Huber was saying, and I want to get into these reviews. Not only that, but if you look at the review rating here, this is an overall rating for Funimation. And so, look at this, a 2.6 out of 5. That's not good. That's under average. That's underperforming. So that's not good. And these reviews are from the employees of Funimation themselves. Now, of course, there were a few shield reviews, but when looking at it, a lot of these are pretty bad. It's similar to what happened with Rooster Teeth and revealing a lot of their secrets, but this time it's Funimation. So let's take a look at some of these. So the first review, which is August 1st, 2019, so this is very recent. So this is what it said. Nightmare job. Okay, that doesn't sound good to start with. I worked at Funimation full-time for more than 3 years. Pros, fairly flexible hours, some of the people are alright. Cons, management, bad pay office politics, Sony ownership, pretty much everything. Oh, you know that's not good when pretty much everything seems bad. And of course it also comes down to politics. Well, yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like the same case with Rooster Teeth and how they treat their employees differently if they have different politics to them. So, here we go, office politics. So let's take a look at advice to management. Get actual management. Hire people who know what they're doing, pay your people well, treat them right, and don't dismiss the problems. Stop luring people in with the whole, but you're working with anime shtick. Hiring fans and mistreating them is a horrible way to run a company. Promote people who deserve it. Funimation was a great place to work years ago, and even then it had serious issues. With their recent hiring choices and Sony's acquisition, this place is going down fast. Bad business decisions, horrible management, and the worst HR. Good luck getting any help with harassment claims or benefit issues. HR has no idea what they're doing and will blab your personal business to anyone who will listen. Seriously, do not let your love of anime cloud your decision. This is not a dream job. This is a nightmarish hexscape that will squeeze you dry and throw you away like you're nothing. So when looking at this first review right here, and like I said, August 1st, 2019, this is this year. This is the most recent review that is out for Funimation, and it does not look good. I mean, for one, bad business decisions, yeah, that sounds about right, especially with them saying worst HR and good luck with getting any help with harassment claims. Oh, well, isn't that something? Isn't that funny? Because when you think about it, Chuck Huber, in his statements, he did say that he feared for his job for multiple reasons, one of those obviously being the environment. That if he were to bring up anything about the environment, he feared that he wouldn't be able to retain any of his roles. And that seems to be one of the big things here, because if you look at this, it seems like what they're saying already is that the environment is already bad enough. And then, another thing to top this off, which seems to be really big in companies and industries right now, is office politics. It always seems that it comes down to office politics, yet again, because when we look at this, remember what Chuck Huber had to say in his statements, that they did not like Vic for his conservative points of view. That is one thing. I mean, his Christian faith was another, yes, but his conservative beliefs was another reason why they did not like Vic. Henceforth, that goes upon what these cons here are already saying. So that already tells you a lot in itself as well. So looking at it, a lot of this really does start to add up. And also, this is a nightmarish hexscape. This also adds up to Chuck Huber's statements whenever he was talking about the environment, about how some people said that working at Funimation was like an Orwellian slave factory. Now, When you compare it to that, that's pretty awful. So let's go on to the next review. April 10th, 2019, another one from this year. Not for the career-minded or driven employee. That already doesn't sound like a good title. And it's also from this year. And it's a 1-star review. And it says, doesn't recommend. Ugh, that's not looking good. Alright, let's continue. I worked at Funimation full-time for more than a year. Pros. You can get to partake in some free product giveaways if you love anime or have family that loves anime. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good plus. Now, let's move to the cons, because this doesn't look too good. So, let's move forward. The cons. Management only likes to come up with innovatives, but doesn't want to understand how this affects their employees' workload, and there isn't enough people to do the work for their big ideas. Never any plans or budget to hire additional people. It doesn't follow through on their promise for web innovatives. Projects sit on the docket for years. There is no direction, no true strategy behind what they are doing. It is a very reactionary environment. No true HR department, so you have nowhere to turn when you have an issue. Don't even ask about employee reviews. You rarely get one, and there is no evaluation given to employees to review their leadership. They will hire a manager over you, and you don't know about it until the day they start. You never know when someone has resigned until the day before their last day or after they have already left. Essentially, it is dog-eat-dog environment at Funimation. Advice to management. Upper management, stop having your teams be reactionary. Try to nurture and develop your teams. Create processes and enforce these processes. Yes, see, that's another problem. For one, if you don't try to work with one another, nothing's going to get better. And, of course, people have issues with other people. That typically happens. But the thing is, with this being a dog-eat-dog environment, it's more of you're going to succeed or you're going to drop. And it all comes down to doing what they want you to do. So, if you go ahead and do what they ask of you, do certain favors, if you know what I mean, then yeah, you're probably going to make it big. But if you don't, then you could be at the chopping block, or you're going to be thrown in the back seat. And HR, with it not really being there to help people, that doesn't help anything. And with it saying that upper management, they need to have their team stop being reactionary, that tells you something as well. Try to nurture and develop your teams. Yes, that is something that an environment for a workplace needs. You need to try to help your teams. You need to try to help your employees. And if you don't, yeah, you're not going to go anywhere. It's not going to help anything. And there's not going to be improvement. And when things sit there for a long time, that's not good. And to think that anime giveaways and things of that sort, like products for anime, that's not really helping in the end if you think about it. I mean, it's not enough. I mean, you need more than that. So let's move on to the next review now. This is all the way back in 2017. Entitled Brats and Wannabe Movie Stars. I wonder how that sounds familiar. Doesn't recommend, negative outlook, and disapproves of CEO. 3 bad outlooks here. Alright. And you know with that title, that's already not good. I have been working at Funimation full-time for less than a year. Wow, that's a short period of time they're already saying this. Pros. You never have to do any work. As soon as you learn how to execute the standard Funimation protocol of pointing the finger at someone else. Oh. That's a pro? That's a pro. Oh. That is not... Okay, so... pointing the finger at somebody else is a standard. Oh, man. Wow. That is not a good pro if that's a pro. Okay, cons. Projects never get done. There are huge mistakes made everywhere. No one accepts any responsibility. There's zero communication until something is on fire. All the managers are children goofing around at Comic Cons while the directors/VPs are wannabe movie stars only interested in attending whatever lame red carpet event they can get to. Yeah, no, let's think about this. So, when you think about it, If you look at this, projects never get done. There are huge mistakes made everywhere. Yeah, you don't want that being said about a company, that's for certain. You definitely want things to be better. Obviously, you want to make sure that there are no mistakes, and if there are any mistakes, they need to be ones that aren't even noticeable at all. And even then, they still need to be taken care of. It doesn't matter. There needs to be no mistakes. I mean, of course, no company's perfect, but still. Mistakes obviously need to be addressed and they need to be taken care of. Now, let's go to the advice to management, and then we'll continue onward. Let a bigger company buy you out while you can still fool them. Oh. Now, when you know that's the statement, that's certainly not good. And thinking about it, I mean, with everybody acting like children goofing around at Comic-Cons, yeah, that sounds like a lot of them. I mean, if you go around, you look at Twitter, and you look at what some of these voice actors say, like Monica Rial, Jamie Markey, Chris Sabat, Sean Schimmel, a bunch of these other people, yeah, they do act like they're children. And of course, they definitely don't act like adults. That's a definite. I mean, that's for certain, especially considering the ways they're going about things right now. Yeah, you can definitely tell. So, it seems like there's a lot of truth to this as well. And, oh boy, that's not good. And when your advice to management is to let a bigger company buy you out, man, just so that you can still fool them. That's not a good sign. That's definitely not a good sign. And seeing that several directors and vice presidents are wannabe movie stars that are just really interested in going out to red carpet events, oh, that's not good. That's definitely not a good direction for the company to go in, and it shows that they are egotistical. It shows that they are arrogant. It shows that they think highly of themselves. And it seems like the only real important thing to them is, well, as I stated, themselves. Yeah, that's not a good outlook for the company. Just saying. Not at all. And when there's no communication until something bad's happened, well, that doesn't really help anybody out now, does it? Because a company needs to be able to let each other know when something bad's going on, whenever there's a bad event occurring. But if they don't, and they continue till things just get worse to the point where, well, it's as if it's on fire, yeah, your outlook's not looking too good. Just saying. Just saying. So let's go on to the next review. March 27, 2016, so this is a while as well. When you realize a dream has actually become the nightmare. Ugh, that's not good. Doesn't recommend negative outlook, no opinion of CEO. A 1 star out of 5 star rating. Oh, another one of these. I've been working at Funimation full time for more than 8 years. Oh, ooh, okay. That's a big one. 8 years. That's a long time. Pros. You'll work with some of the greatest people ever. It's those awesome people that make leaving this company difficult. Free anime flexible hours. Okay. Well, flexible hours sounds good. Cons. There are some departments completely overworked, while others have nothing to do. The production area is expected to basically be on call 24/7, even though, when hired on, you were told that days like that are minimal, and there will be minimal weekend work. I worked 6-7 days a week. There was a time when our department took pride in what it did, and it was most definitely a quality versus quantity mentality. Now it's all about cranking out shows as fast as possible, and the quality has severely declined. Employees are treated poorly. There's absolutely no communication between our director and us. We've had 3 management members. The people who are supposed to be the go-between us and our director quit in the last year. 2 of which had been there 7 and 10 years plus. It's a shame upper management clearly feels threatened by suggestions from those of us at the bottom of the totem pole. We don't want your job, but it sure would be nice if you would act like you cared enough to listen to our concerns. The majority of us are so terrified of being fired for some BS reason, we don't feel that we can be honest with upper management because it is always blatantly obvious how easily replaceable we are. The resentment of the employees is astounding. When I was hired in 2008, the employees were much happier, and everyone felt like they were serving a purpose and putting out a good quality product. Wait a minute, let me just go to a side note here. Miles and Carrie, are you working for Funimation secretly? Because quantity over quality with that ideology they have now sounds like your ideology. Okay, sorry, had to throw that in there. Anyway. Oh man, moving forward. Now, if you had a chance to be a fly on the wall during any employee conversation, especially those in production, you would hear the same conversation repeatedly. Oh, well, this has got to be good. Can't afford to live on my own due to the low pay, so I have to get roommates, have a second job, live at home with parents, etc. My God, it sounds like I'm actually going back over the Rooster Teeth reviews again. But this time it's actually Funimation. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. No, this isn't good at all. Let's keep going through this. Management never listens to what employees have to say. I'm so miserable here, but the job market is so bad. I've been applying for jobs for XX months/years and no bites. This job seriously cuts into my health, well-being due to the high-level stress. The pay is abysmal unless you are a director or someone in upper management. Oh my lord, this sounds like a Rooster Teeth review all over again. What is going on? The CEO has no clue what is going on in this company, let alone who his employees are. The same issues have never been taken care of in the 8 years I've worked at Funny. Roof leaks every time it rains, bathrooms are constantly in state of disarray, coffee machine is continually broken, the doors on the production side are always broken and therefore never lock, there are no written training manuals, seriously, there is absolutely nothing to refer back to. How do you run a company with no training manuals? The office politics are disgusting. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and the person you think is your BFF will throw you under the bus so hard if it's their butt on the line when you continually fire people and or have people quitting in your department. It clearly means the issue is with the management of said department and not the employees. There is no consistency. The quality of product has gone increasingly downhill in order to get some super awesome shows now. Funny essentially has to work on hentai and brutal BDSM quality work. It's disgusting to see day in and day out. Not enough room for new employees. Okay, I'm serious when I say this. These reviews sound just like Rooster Teeth reviews. This is insane. Politics, seems like management just doesn't know what they're doing. This is insane. And it sounds just like the same situation all over again, just a different company. This is ridiculous. Advice to management. Figure out a system to promote from within. Utilize the many talents of the various employees you already have instead of looking outside the company. You have some shining stars with a variety of neat backgrounds. Take advantage of that. Stop posting fake positive reviews on here to counteract the negative ones. Instead, read what the negative reviews are saying and do something to fix the issues. They all seem to be saying the same thing. Bonuses should be issued company-wide and not just to the already rich upper management. Pay raises need to happen. Many of us haven't had a raise in 5+ years, and that is not due to performance issues. As I stated, this sounds exactly like the Rooster Teeth reviews that are on Glassdoor. I talked about those about 2 months ago. And here's the thing that is the same for both companies. Their upper management doesn't know what they're doing. Their HR department just doesn't seem to care. They throw each other under the bus if they need to. And, any issues they have, they don't fix. And they underpay people. And if you're in the in crowd, then you get paid a lot. And you get promotions. You get good deals. But if you're not in that in crowd, they don't seem to care that much. This sounds exactly the same. And with Chuck Huber's statements about what they were saying about Vic, about what a lot of members like Monica Rial, Jamie Markey, and all of them were saying about Vic, about how they didn't like his conservative views, this sounds exactly the same. This is not good. And especially considering the company also believes in quantity over quality. Yeah, the quality of your shows are going to drop. The voice acting, it's not going to be as good as it used to be. And that's not a good thing. That's not what you want. You want a good quality product for your fans. Let's continue to the next review here. February 18, 2016. COO needs to go. A 1 out of 5 star review. Doesn't recommend, negative outlook, disapproves of CEO. I've been working at Funimation. Bad news about this one is it doesn't tell you how much time they've been working. Pros. Great portfolio of content. That's it. Oh, well, that's not good. If you know that's your only pro, that's not good. Because if that's all you can say that's good, that's bad. So let's go to the cons. The company is in shambles. COO has single-handedly made the company an awful place to work. His strategy is flawed, but he is so full of himself, he doesn't realize he does not have the talent. He obviously has never run a company. The CEO and founder is so clueless he is letting this happen. Sad. It was a great company at one time. Advice to management. Go somewhere and enjoy your money. Let new management come in and right the sinking ship. From what all this sounds like, as I stated, upper management. Sounds like the CEO didn't know what they were doing. This doesn't sound good. This doesn't look good for them. And Funimation's already got enough trouble they're dealing with Sabbath and all of this, with the casting couch. This doesn't help them. This is another bad outlook for them. And this is something that Toei must know. And at this rate, things have got to change, or things are just going to keep getting worse. And that's something they certainly don't want. But at this point, the damage is already done, and the information's out there now. And, you know, when you think about it, when you think about this whole Vic case, when you think about the voice actors, when you think about the leaked audio clips, you think about all this other stuff that's now coming out as well, this is only furthering to damage their company, and this doesn't help them. And the more things the voice actors come out and say, which there's been a lot of things they've said that they shouldn't be saying, but, you know, they're doing damage themselves, and it's not good. And you know Funimation knows this. I mean, otherwise, when you look at it, they're not saying anything. They're keeping quiet. And when you think about it, with all the things that were said here, yeah, at this point, Funimation is a sinking ship. And it's sinking fast, especially with everything that's gone on within just recently. It's sinking real fast. And they need to make some changes. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting worse. And the damage has already been done, as I stated. It already looks bad enough. And, you know, the genie's out of the bottle. The damage has already been done. The reputation is just in shambles. I mean, they could have prevented this. They could have been better than this. But, nope. All of this came down to becoming what it has. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And share this video. Let's get it out there. Let's let the word be known. And follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.